How's it going, everyone? Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about change and how that can affect us and what we need to do about it. So join me upstairs and we'll carry on with this conversation. So, change. Let's talk about this. So what you saw in that first clip was actually the last ever shot you're gonna see of my OG setup, as I call it. So the blue and pink light background in my bedroom where I did all of the tutorials, all of the vlogs, the live streams. And that's because I've moved house. The room I'm standing in right now is eventually gonna become that new backdrop for all of the videos that you guys see. But as you can see at the moment, it's currently all just boxes. We're moving in as I speak. So I'm taking time out to quickly make this vlog today to talk about change and how it can really scare everybody. Change is a big enabler for anxiety. And whether you suffer with anxiety or not, when anything that you're used to changes, it can be really stressful and hard to adjust to things being different. And it's hard, but it's one of those things where it's always gonna happen in life. So learning how to deal with it and embrace it is a good thing. So moving for me is something, you know, I've moved probably 10, 15 times in my 28 years. And for me, it's just a part of life now, but I understand that when things change abruptly and last minute, like they have for us moving here today, it can just throw you off a little bit and it can make you feel unstable and not like you know what you're doing. But I think my biggest tip for anyone who struggles with change is just remembering that there's probably already been a million changes you've gone through in your life and you've always succeeded and come through the other side, and change is often for the good. We don't often change things unless they're bad. So sometimes we get stuck in our ways and we don't want to change things, but we don't realize how bad that thing is until it's no longer a thing, if that makes any sense to you. And that's so relevant for music as well. I'm not just making a really random vlog today, not about drumming and music. It's a really hard thing as a musician, especially a drummer, if you've maybe written a part for a song for the band and you're excited and you take the demo over to band practice and everyone's like, yeah, it's good, but I don't really like the drum part. I think it should go more like this. I get it, okay? At first, that's going to be really daunting and quite upsetting, and you're going to think, well, this is my little baby, this is how I want it, and this is how I practiced it. But that's not always the case. Sometimes changing it and going with the flow, embracing everyone's creative everyone's creative mind is for the greater good. Whether it's a last minute change in venue, a change of equipment, a change of band member, these things are always going to happen, and it's really scary at first because you finally get comfortable, you know what you're doing, you're like a well-oiled machine, and suddenly boom, there's a cog in the works and you've got to try and figure out how to make it work. And it will always work if you embrace it. If you approach change with a negative mind, it's only going to get worse for you. So I would always recommend, if there's any change coming up, whether it's musical or not, just embrace it and think positively about it. Like, how can I make this change work for me? And how can I make it work to eliminate any of the anxiety and stress that it's causing? But I'm very excited. I know I'm very echoey right now. I'm in an empty room. Look, this is going to be the living room of our new place, and the room we were in just now is going to be the office, but it's empty and it's full of boxes. So me and my girlfriend will be both working from that room. I'll have a setup there, which is where I'll be doing all the vlogs and live streams. And because of the move happening quite unplanned, I'm still going to try and definitely push for those drum covers that I promised before the end of the year. So I promise I'm going to try to get them out. If not, it will be early January, but I don't want to let you guys down. I also want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's purchased the hoodies and the survival kits so far. That means so much to me, and it's really helped me with this last minute move. So thanks to you guys, I've been able to buy a fridge. Yes. Speaking about change, though, one last time, and changing band members and how it can affect us. As you guys know, I play in a band called Easttown Pirates. It's one of my favourite projects I'm in. It's where I really feel at home and I get to do exactly what I love to do, which is rock out on the drums and play sort of punky rock music, which is my roots. Our guitarist, Sam, who you would have seen in some previous videos, has left the band, and that's because he never intended to be in the band permanently. He was kind of an unofficial permanent but not permanent stand-in until we could find someone that was permanent. Now, we have one gig left this year, and it's our big Christmas gig that we do every Christmas. And they're always a sellout. It's always awesome, and Sam can't play it, so we're going to have a dep for that gig. Now this relates to exactly what I was just saying about change and bandmates changing and a band situation. It's super easy to get comfortable when you're in a band with knowing all of your members and the songs and how everybody plays and being able to lock in with them. But tonight I've got an Easttown Pirates rehearsal. We've got a dep guitarist who's going to be there. I don't know them personally, but the band have said he's a great guitarist and he's perfect for the role. So I'm super excited to meet them. And can I just say, they have the most piratey name I've ever heard. And this isn't even a false name, I believe. His name is Drew Blood. That is sick. So I'll take the camera along with me tonight to band practice so you can see some shots of us rehearsing and some shots of us drumming. It has been forever since there's been any drumming on the channel, and I'm so sorry. But it's because of all this stuff happening, the move, the changes and everything changing. But you've got to embrace it. I've embraced it. I've made it work for me. But there is going to be so much more drumming on the channel next year, which sounds really far away, but it's only like 2 months now. So bring on 2020. There's going to be loads of tutorials, vlogs, drum covers and everything coming up. As for the rest of the year, my goal is to get those 2 drum covers out to you. And tonight I'm going to band practice. And you'll get a bit of a drumming fix that way, and you'll get some drumming at the end of the video. So stay tuned. Thanks so much for all of your support lately. Here's some drumming. Nice.